Now here a bet saball suja. Kakrakra, the behuanesa adani japa.
Or else, if you are not careful, it will be as fire at the refuse dump. On the refuse dump.
Tamerade farm so cancer
on the surface.
Na bribi sanyansi.
That at the time I mentioned that it
last year
manifested.
And you may be started.
But last year we have seen the manifestation of things like that. Rivalry.
Or maybe no, maybe or maybe confusion.
It's as if some rivalry between two states in this nation. Kingdoms in this nation. And if we are not careful, that thing is going to turn into a big thing. So let's pray about it. And let's leaders deal with this matter. And let's find remedy. Let's find remedy for it. Because it may start.
Memawa kwaba eba Puyaka TV. So Puyaka TV ana wushe. So when your first timer and your bomodia, subscribe. Mia notification is to send you anytime bia ye di video betumu no. Wonso sabe kanu nye bia share. Ushe via comment fa. Chile wa jen afa video no ho. Ebusia like video no. Na share. Emo bia so enye bi share. Me dasi bebre. Ebusia Rev Owusu Bempah, the nation's prophet or the prophecy bebre ayeden Abba ye emra anajo what night and nebusia for this prophecy see etuja nebusia Rev Owusu Bempah say afia yesimui say ya tribal war ebesi or say revelation onyan before but nenye that serious na wasa yeden Esanya sa revelation ni biem a see this time dear a very serious ankasa empenyufo amfa manu antum empenyufo ansiesia or say tribal war no ebenya eden ebenya basoa ebeye serious pa ewo man mu na Rev Owusu Bempah esa kan biem se afiwe Coup Detat si anhwe ya Coup Detat ebeden ebesi Abantuo ebeden ebekoso asojafo beyeden ebetu aban egu nti osisa afiwe ya nhweye se ya mompaye ya nkoye nkoto dwanim a mompaye ansre awurade se wonsifo mo mehweye ya wanhwe ya Coup Detat ebusiafo Rev Owusu Bempah se ebesi na biemu nso ose afiwe se ya nhweye a yarea esoche coronavirus no ana afiwe ebeba inti yamom paye pa because saya riena ebuboba no eso chen coronavirus ebedia wu chen coronavirus eni o se eni nipa bede nipa be hyede mu a wontimi mpie nipa be ye mbokwa inti o se empai bo ana o se nipa yede ebo because saya riena no eso chen coronavirus kra inti abusia Rev Owusu Bempah or the prophecies no be bride egu honum timudia mumianko nienko tie no the nation's prophet
of the military.
Na erade farm so e kan bibi I think so last year or last 2 years.
Now I think last year or last 2 years God gave me a prophetic word.
Say tribal war ebesi
about tribal war.
Na afi yehunu say now
this year we saw certain things, certain symptoms of that. God has revealed it to me
now
again.
This time they are very serious.
This time it seems very serious.
So
let those that matter deal with that issue.
Now here a bet saball suja. Kakrakra the behuanesa adani japa.
Or else if you are not careful it will be as fire at the refuse dump. On the refuse dump.
Tamerade farm so cancer
on the surface.
Na bribi sanyansi.
That at the time I mentioned that it
last year
manifested.
And you may be started.
But last year we have seen the manifestation of things like that. Rivalry.
or maybe no, maybe or maybe confusion.
It's as if some rivalry between two states in this nation. Kingdoms in this nation. If we are not careful, that thing is going to turn into a big thing. So let's pray about it. And let's leaders deal with this matter. And let's find remedy. Let's find remedy for it. Because it may start as some rivalry between the paramount chiefs, and then it will get out of hands, and then to be as if that the people or these people and these other people are at loggerheads. Let's pray about it. So, a leader of a religious body.
I believe, say, you Christians, you Muslims, my friend say you sorry, and you Hindu, and you Krishna, and so bad down grandpa, you Pentecost, almost penny, you Assemblies of God penny. Your Methodist penny, even charismatic churches, no cry, your leaders, anti-religious leader.
So, the revelation was about a religious leader. Let not somebody say.
Don't
say that, you see, death is common amongst men.
There are some
people who are making impact and that's what they are
national assets.
They are like national assets. Now, if something is when something is about to happen in the life of a national asset, regardless of the age, whether the person is old or young, it becomes apparent in the spiritual realm, and God can reveal it to a prophet about it, that this is about to happen in the life of such a person. But God reveals it to the end that people who hear it will pray, so that if it is not his will or his plan, the Lord would rescue or deliver. Anna Obia will lead the political party. Now, somebody who has led a political party, that person or those people, if we do not pray for them, those people are going to bid farewell
religious leader
to the inhabitants of the earth. Now, that one about the religious leader, this year, if we don't pray and intercede, now prayer is an antidote. It is a panacea for every evil thing God will reveal.
Yaka leader of political party be a omodoso.
Now, when we talk of a leader of a political party, they are in their numbers.
So for political parties, all Ghana,
there are so many political parties in Ghana. So let us pray.
Na niya hweye besi no ebe shock amome
because
what will
happen if we are not careful, it will be a shock to all Ghanaians. Ghanaians will be bereaved.
Ade bi onoma afi bi abesinsen sunsum wiase.
You see, there are some certain things that every year they come and they become apparent in the spiritual
No bi
realm.
onoma ebesinsen ne so a omutumi edane no.
There are some of the people that when those things come to hang over them,
Ebisu onoma
they can reverse
omutumi
it.
bo nadane. Ebisu onoma
they can
empaibo tumi sesa no.
push it back to sender. Sometimes we can pray to avert it entirely.
Inti empaibo nkoso. Afiwei omo ye businesses.
Now this year, businessmen, entrepreneurs,
companies,
entrepreneurs, owners, and managers of companies.
Nyamia membia omo companies ebe collapse.
If God does not intervene,
omo businesses ebe collapse.
Their businesses will face recession or eventual collapse. It's a certain wind, which I saw was blowing, and I saw lots of heads
green leaves near green
of corn. The ears of corn, which were green and fresh. Now I saw that the wind came with it. It came with fire, and when it blew over the corn, the ears of corn, now when the wind blasted over the ears of corn, I saw that they lost their freshness. And the Lord told me that it concerns businesses and companies. Listen to this. Now listen to this.
Something will happen to shake the world.
Now listen to this carefully.
I believe say year be coronavirus by.
Now in a certain year we had coronavirus, COVID.
And someone me so catch them when I'm taking it serious.
Now do not despise.
And my name is my church on some American catch.
Do not despise.
Taking it serious.
Do not despise. Don't despise any of the things I've said.
I believe say a dom once I see soon him so Owusu Bempah you D4.
Multitudes of people on earth know, confirm, and attest. Prophet Owusu Bempah is a genuine prophet.
The seer a coronavirus and then more than that.
Now coronavirus happened
this year
and it shook the world. But this year something more than coronavirus will happen that will shake the world. And it would affect the policies of the world,
nations, families, and individuals.
It will affect families. It will affect individuals. This
may affect the church.
It may affect even the church. The world
any place of worship,
and even places of worship.
Serious.
Let's take it seriously. These are plans of evil spirits. God opened my eyes and said to me, let's deal with it. But somebody will also ask, why will God sit down for something like that to happen? You see, God has given the earth to the inhabitants or to the sons of men. And by the grace of God, when something evil is about to happen, He reveals it and He will command or instruct to deal with it. So that it won't happen. You see, death was coming upon Hezekiah. But there was responsibility laid on Hezekiah to pray against the death. Here lies good, there lies evil. Stop that evil. So let's pray. Let's pray so that something like this wouldn't happen on earth.
Because
it's going to be intense.
Coronavirus.
It's going to be it is going to have more deadly effects than coronavirus did. It's going to shake the world. It's going to shake the world. If you are not careful, darkness will cover the earth. I saw a certain king. I saw that a black cloth covered him, and the black cloth was removed, and then it covered him again, and God removed 3 times. Now, if
okay.
Now, if the black cloth covers him and does not get removed again, then people are going to mourn and wail. A nation will mourn and wail. There are so many great kings, for instance, paramount chiefs in Ghana. So we must pray for our chiefs in Ghana.
Mo amucha video no mo pese mo ye bibia na nam ka se wo ma me sign se nam ka se e kate ana na ne osofu ogira mechi kasa good osofu Daniel
papa
brofo na aka ne so obi atiase
papa megidi
last year Asemwe nyame kasa kire me this year Erade asan a repeat.
Now last year
careful.
God spoke to me about it. God has repeated this word this year, and it means we must be careful.
Me pese ban bofo a omo oman mu.
Now the security agencies in this nation, please be vigilant,
because coup
because a coup detat is descending into the nation.
Last year, by this year, Asamba.
It came last year, and this year it has come once more.
Intercessors.
So please let us deal with it.
Because it's here. Now, don't
think that some people will be affected. You may be walking about minding your business and it may affect you. Now, the positioning of the earth is not good this year. The positioning of the earth isn't good this year.
Attacks be
there are certain attacks that Satan and his cohorts have spewed out of their mouths. And the intention is for it to kind of break Christianity or affect Christians. Now, if God does not intervene, very soon you will go to certain churches and you will find a handful of people in church. Churches in Ghana, if we don't pray, we are going to go through attacks. And it will not be attractive. If somebody said that he was going to church, it will not sound or look attractive. Now, certain doctrines and teachings and certain things are going to become more. You're going to hear it. You're going to hear it more often, and it's going to challenge the bedrock of your faith.
Your places be Europe.
You see, there are certain places in Europe.
In
those places, they've got huge chapels. When you go into the chapel, there are a handful of people, some old ladies and old men. They have nothing to do with Christianity. They care so much about doing work, but nothing about.
Careful.
Let us be very careful, Ghana.
Christians
in Ghana.
Because attacks be back.
Because certain attacks have been spewed out.
And if
you are not careful, certain doctrines.
Certain
doctrines would
overshadow
the understanding of certain Christians. And you may find yourself in confusion. And your love for God will wax cold. Even you may not find going to church pleasurable anymore. And you may think that why should I go to church and give my hard-earned money to a man of God? It is the devil that has spewed out venom. Upon the church. And dissolve the faith of Christians. So Christians, rise up in prayer. This year is a year of prayer. Let's be steadfast in prayer. Let us solidify our faith. Don't be discouraged. And you must know that God who created heaven and earth.
Well, Abusia and your Rev Owusu Bempah and I'm telling can say the prophecies no dear Guhonum Namuamusha prophecies Nabusia for a modu Ankasankasankasa Ninani say our Sampire and a Ghana for Yeden Jebo because a Kobanisa nature say or how pan a bedding. A bebo man, Abusia, a hanum a Puyaka TV. We see a tough for more the bebro. It is a way your first time more. Any of Bomodia. Subscribe. Near notification is so. Click on and send your video. Pia the betumuno. Won't soon sabekan when you biasha. With us, baby.